Hello and welcome to Peggy's Tropical Garden, coming to you from the Florida Keys. As you've seen, I've been doing a lot of plant shopping, but I haven't been showing you my plants. Well, now it's time for you to see all of the plants that I've bought. I've broken them down by place, so with no further ado, let's start with the plants I've bought from Lowe. I've been looking for this hibiscus since I passed on it on another shopping trip and hadn't been able to find it. I finally found one. Isn't this beautiful? I love it, love it. Had to get that. And I couldn't believe that Lowe's actually had these fancy desert roses. And for only $15. Let me show you the blooms. They're absolutely beautiful. They're two-toned and they have the double petals. Look at that. I couldn't believe I found that in a big box store. Oh, and the hibiscus was $17. Okay. Then I found this snake plant. I don't know why I bought this. I guess the yellow was just calling me, but I have several of these in my fountain already. But $4, who can have too many snake plants? Not me for sure. Plus there's an arrangement I want to do, and this means I don't have to pull the ones out of my fountain to do it. So $3.98. Next up is this beautiful pothos. Now I thought I bought a pearl and jade pothos before, but it was mislabeled. So I'm thinking this is it this time. But I've really been wanting one of these. Look at that. How pretty is that variegation? Isn't that beautiful? And again, I got this at Lowe's. There's the label, but then again, last time it said pearls and jade pothos too. But this time I think it is actually a pearls and jade. But $3.98, and that pot is stuffed. Isn't that beautiful? I was so happy about this one. Next up is this Bonnie spider plant. Look at this. All those curls. Isn't it pretty? I've been wanting one of these too. In fact, I had ordered one the day before, and I was able to get in touch with the seller after I found this one and tell her, hey, I found one. Can I switch it out? And she was kind enough to switch out plants for me. But I love these. They're called Bonnie. They're Bonnie spider plants, and I love them. I love them. They look so unruly. And for $15.98, $16, excellent price. And it has all kinds of little spider plants growing on it. Look at that. There's tons of little babies. So I think I'll have lots of spider plants in my future. So another great find at Lowe's. I had seen these once before, and I passed on it, and I've been wanting one ever since. So I'm so glad to have this plant. I mean, it has a few dead leaves on it, but nothing severe, and she has enough curls to do a comb over and cover that up, so no worries there. I ended up hanging this Bonnie spider plant out on my screen room with the rest of my hanging plants. The next plant is this Sansevieria. It didn't have a price on it, and it took them forever trying to find one. So they just gave it to me for $3. I don't believe I have one of these, but I'm not sure. And the reason I'm not sure is because I pulled something similar from the woods by my house. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the one I pulled from the woods by my house. I'm not sure if it's the same as the one I just got from Lowe's or not. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I know they're both cylindrica, but I don't know if they're the same plant. Anyway, welcome to the family. So then I found this alocasia. I love this. Isn't this beautiful? I think it is so precious. And you know what? I just realized I did not get this from Lowe's. I got this from Home Depot. I really like the contrast of the green leaves with the yellow splash. And this nice full plant only costs $15. Right now this elephant ear is hanging out by my waterfall in my garden. I'm still not sure where I'm going to put it, so it's still in its nursery pot. Next up is this Dracaena. It is a white jewel, and it reminds me of a pinwheel. You know, well, if you're old enough, those things you used to blow and they would spin around in circles you used to pick up at the store. I think this is amazing. The dark green and the white. I saw this and grabbed it right up. There you go. She's a white jewel. Beautiful plant. And again, she didn't cost much of anything. She was $5.98. $6. Had to have her. I purchased this plant with the intention of putting it in the house, but they do so well outside, so I don't know. And on this next plant, don't judge me, okay? Don't judge. Yes, it's a bromeliad. I know I said I wasn't buying any more bromeliads, but look at this, will you please? Look at that white banding in the lime green color. I saw her and she just was screaming at me, Peggy, you want me, and I did. So I got her, and she was only $14, and she's so big and beautiful, I had to have her. I shouldn't even been looking at her, but I couldn't resist. Isn't that pretty? I love this bromeliad. I know, my willpower went right out the window. Anyway, moving on to the plants I purchased from Walmart. First up is this beautiful moonshine. I want to say agave, but it's not. It's a Sansevieria moonshine, and it's beautiful and it's full. And I mean, there are so many separate plants in here, and yes, I'm going to divide it. But it's beautiful. Look how healthy that is. I wanted one, but online they want so much money for these plants. And I got to go ahead and tell you, I only paid $5 for this plant. It had a couple of dings in it, but hey, for $5, you can't beat it. She is beautiful. I don't know why I'm showing you this. It doesn't, well, it does give the care instructions on it, but do you see that? $5. So before you go online and spend $25, $30 for them, you might want to check Walmart. I'm trying to find a way to show you just how many separate plants there are in this pot, and I can't because it's so jam-packed, but it's beautiful. I almost purchased one of these this full for $35 online, and then I was like, no, I'm not. Nowhere has cheaper Sansevieria than Walmart. $5, people. I ended up dividing these plants and putting them in front of a piece of stereo equipment. It's a speaker to kind of soften up the area, and I love the way it looks. There were so many of them, I was able to put this one over by a window. Do you see how big and full these plants are? And all this for $5. That's it for Walmart. The next stop is a local nursery, and you're not going to believe what I found there. The name of the nursery is Isaac Farms, and look at this Ripsalis. Do you see this Ripsalis? It is so long and beautiful. And you're gonna die when you hear what I paid for this plant. And this is just how I got it. This long. $20. $20. The guy did me a favor because I have bought so much from them that he gave it to me for $20. I don't even know what they normally go for. Maybe $20. Since these plants don't do well in direct sunlight, this plant is now living on my patio by my potting bench. Next up is this really cool looking Senecio, commonly known as the pickle plant. I've actually had one of these before and have no clue what happened to the plant. I don't know if I gave it away. I don't recall it dying, so I don't know. But I know I wanted another one, so I was happy to find this one. And this one costs $3.50. So this plant is now living on my patio on a side table in the sitting area. So I potted her up in a nice green pot. Next up is another Ripsalis. I believe this one is known as the flower of the night or something like that. That's one thing. Isaac Farms does not label their plants at all. So you kind of have to do some research. But it is in the cactus family, and I was told that it gets the big, big white blooms, like most cactus like to get those big exaggerated flowers. That's why I love a good cactus plant. But anyway, I picked up this one for $3.50. This Ripsalis is presently living inside in my plant nook. It'll probably end up outside eventually. The white jewel also ended up inside for now. I put her in a nice white glossy pot and she looks amazing. She'll probably also end up outside eventually. I ended up putting the Sansevieria in my plant nook indoors, and she is growing like a weed in only a couple of weeks. Can you tell the difference in this plant? I'm sure you can. Well, I hope you enjoyed my plant haul. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye-bye.